Heart to Heart, a Catholic media ministry, presents Ornaments of Grace, stories for Advent and Christmas. Hello, friends. The Heart to Heart ministry team hopes you're enjoying these daily Ornaments of Grace and find them helpful. We rely almost totally on partners of Heart to Heart to invest in our continuing work of proclaiming the good news. If you're able to help support our ministry through prayer and a donation, we'd be most grateful. Click on the link included in today's email, or simply go to htoh.us/donate. Oh, and don't forget to share your favorite ornaments with your family and friends. And now, today's Ornament of Grace. Today's Ornament of Grace for Wednesday of the fourth week of Advent is Saint Gianna Beretta Molla. From the Gospel of Luke. Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit and cried out in a loud voice, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. But who am I that the mother of my Lord should come to me? The moment your greeting sounded in my ears, the baby leapt in my womb for joy. Blessed is she who trusted that the Lord's words to her would be fulfilled." Gianna Beretta Molla, an Italian wife, mother, and doctor, was born on the feast of St. Francis of Assisi in 1922. Always attentive in prayer, Gianna Molla made the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius of Loyola prior to beginning university studies. Her schooling, however, was interrupted in 1938 to 39 due to her own poor health. But in 1942, she began her studies in Milan, getting a diploma in medicine from Pavia University in 1949. Since her brother Giuseppe was a missionary priest in Brazil, Gianna wanted to help there with gynecological services for the poor. She soon realized she could not do that due to her own chronic health issues. In spite of her own frail condition, she enjoyed skiing and mountain climbing. Always reaching out to the poor in her area, she offered whatever services she could. In 1950, she began a practice in Mesero, Italy, and in 1952 pursued a specialty in pediatrics from the University of Milan. Gianna met Pietro Molla, an engineer, in 1954. The pair married the following year. Just before their marriage, she wrote to Pietro, "Love is the most beautiful sentiment that the Lord has put into the souls of men and women." Together they had 4 children who lived. One of her daughters, Mariolina, died as a young child. So certainly, this was a great suffering for Gianna, Pietro, and Mariolina's siblings. In spite of the suffering that often accompanies parenthood, Gianna and Pietro wanted to have more children and desired to bring them up in a loving and Christ-centered home. They would have recognized the joy that Elizabeth and Mary share in today's gospel. Gianna was inspired to help those in need by Mary, who ran to help Elizabeth. She had, like so many working mothers and fathers, to learn to trust God completely as she balanced family, prayer, professional duties, and outreach work. Toward the end of September 1961, Gianna was just 2 months pregnant when she began having great pain. A uterine fibroma was discovered. The doctors told Gianna that she could have an abortion, have a hysterectomy, or just have the tumor removed. She chose to have the fibroma removed to preserve the life of the child. Her son later wrote that his mother loved her children unconditionally, and that her first concern was her unborn child. He also said she wanted to have more children, so that may have influenced her choice as well. She understood all the implications, since she was a pediatric surgeon herself. The surgery was successfully performed. For 7 months, Gianna prayed for the safety of her child, that the baby would not suffer any pain in her womb. On Easter Sunday, April 1962, a baby girl whom Pietro and Gianna named Gianna Emanuela was delivered by C-section. Yet after the birth, Gianna continued to have excruciating pain. Suffering from septic peritonitis, Gianna died 1 week later as she prayed, "Jesus, I love you. Jesus, I love you." Baby Gianna Emanuela grew up to become a physician herself and give thanks to God that her mother loved her enough to give her life for her. Gianna was beatified in 1994, and her husband Pietro and her children were able to attend her canonization in 2004. Saint Gianna Beretta Molla is today's Ornament of Grace. Observing the beautiful ornaments. What kind of relationship with Jesus empowers you to make decisions for the sake of others before yourself?